Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Internet Cafe Simulator. So, in today's episode, we are going to be it's going to be a different one. It's going to be a more relaxed, chilled episode of Internet Cafe Simulator. Reason being behind that is, oh, look, another helicopter propeller. I'll take that. The reason behind is that we're kind of wrapping up the series here of Internet Cafe Simulator 2, or sorry, 1. My God, look at me already mess up. And really, it's came to a point where like there's just so much stuff that we have in our rooms here that it's starting to become very buggy, right? Someone mentioned that as well. I mean, we're almost in the end, towards the end anyways, but I also want to talk about a few things. So just in case if you guys aren't and didn't know, or if you are not, I should say, if you are not subscribed and you are excited for Internet Cafe 2 coming out this week, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, please, so that you know when we play Internet Cafe 2 this week. So that's the first thing I want to say. Second thing I want to say is wish list. I would like to talk about a wish list in today's episode. What is the wish list that we can look forward to, or things that we want to see going into Internet Cafe Simulator 2? Now, I know what you're thinking. You're like, well, how much more, you know, what could we do, right? What could there be? And I think with, you know, Internet Cafe Simulator, it's definitely turning into Internet Cafe times going to your local game shop or game, what is it? Your local, your game, what the heck am I trying to say? Your game, not your game store, because when I say game store, I think of like a store you go buy games from, but like your lounge, your gaming lounge area, because that's kind of what it feels like it's becoming more than an internet cafe, is that it's just like a place where people can go lounge and play games. And even if they are here in an internet cafe, they're not using the internet mostly to check their emails or whatever it might be. They're really here to play games as well. So anyways, what I was trying to say is, what is the wish list going into Internet Cafe 2? Now, there are some screenshots and there's some playing going along that we've seen. Well, at least that I've seen. If you haven't, you know, spoiler alert, you know, time's a spoiler alert. I've already mentioned this, though. There's going to be VR. There's going to be VR in Internet Cafe Simulator 2. It looks like oh my God, look at this train. In the next game, there also seems to be like you start out in a garage. Who knows? Are we looking at like possible different locations? Are we looking at upgraded locations within our cafes? Like, that would be really cool. Like, if you can, like, you start, like, someone just spent 20 cents. Are you kidding me? What is this? Oh my God. If you could, like, I don't know, if you could start out in a garage, like Rags the Riches Story, right? Rags the Riches Story. If you could start out in a garage and then make yourself like a second tier business, like a smaller, not too much bigger business area, and then like go on and make like, or not make, but buy a property that was just gigantic, right? There was like a 3-level step process for the next game. That would be really fun. I would really like that. Start out in your garage, go into like a medium-sized commercial building, and then maybe ultimately at the end go into this gigantic commercial building, right? What is your wish list? So by the way, let me know what your guys' wish list down in the comment section below. Just comment away. Just say, this is what I hope they add to Internet Cafe Simulator 2. More customization, right? I think more customization to your cafe would be kind of cool. Maybe more flooring, more walls, ceiling, whatever it might be. More decorative items in that sense. Decorative items. Now, moving on to that. Decorative items. I hope they add more decorative items. Because having 6 poster... Oh my God. I don't even know where that computer came from. Where did that computer come from? That one right there. Oh my God. What is happening? I thought our desk was stolen. I don't know, dude. Less bugs. I don't know where that computer came from. Where did that computer come from? Yeah, so maybe in the next game, less bugs. And if not bugs, Well, actually, yeah, less bugs. This, however, this is more. What the heck happened here? This is it. The AI trafficking is garbage. Is absolute garbage in this game. I really hope that in the next game they have plans, or they are going to do something about the AI trafficking, so that you can not have to worry about them just having full authority over everything. Even us. They have full authority over us. I can't even grab my mouse. So I hope they improve the AI. They need to improve the AI. They need to improve decorations to the game. They need to improve a lot, right? I hope that it's not a copy and paste. There's a side of me that feels like this might be a copy and paste. But there's a side of me that hopes that there isn't no copy and paste, right? We don't want the copy and paste, obviously, going down here. However, it would be just extremely easy to do that. It would be. It would be very easy to do that. And if we do get a copy and paste, it will be a big disappointment. However, I do have a little bit of hope. And the hope is that it's been a couple of years since this game came out. So this game, Internet Cafe Simulator 1, came out in 2019. You know, almost 3 years later, we have the sequel coming out. Yes, they've had other projects they've worked on, the developers being, I think, Cheesecake Devs, right? Yes, they've had other projects. Yes, other projects have failed drastically. Like, look at this. This is what I'm talking about, AI trafficking. AI needs to be better. I just hope that they treat this as an advantage, or not an advantage, but like more or less an opportunity to improve on what I say is a pretty decent game that a lot of people enjoy. And if they don't, then that's ultimately their loss, right? Oh my god, we're selling this for so much. This is the 5,000 I've been waiting for here. Yep, there you go. We have $106,000. No big deal. No big deal. $106,000. Now, I actually want to play the currency again. Let's go to the crypto. Where's the Dogecoin? Because the Dogecoin's at 5. Alright, so I've only been really focusing on the Bitcoin and the Dogecoin. This is a very high on the Dogecoin, so I'm not going to buy that, of course. Take a look at the exchange, though, I guess. Well, we don't have any numbers to look upon there. Anyways, yeah, so a lot of stuff that needs to be ironed out, which I hope they do in the second game. I really, really hope they do. I honestly hope they do. They've been slightly kind of promoting Internet Cafe Simulator 2, which gives me more hope, again, that we will be on the right track here. But I guess time will tell. I guess this Friday we'll see live. By the way, we're doing it live. We'll see it live and see whether or not if they are going to, if it's going to be a copy and paste or not. And it's going to be fun, because it's going to be cool, because we're going to get a live reaction, obviously, from me. I'm going to get a live reaction from you guys, right? We'll get a live reaction from you guys to see, you know, how well you think they did, and whether or not you guys are going to purchase the game, or if you are going to wait, right? So that's going to be extremely fun to see. I'm really excited to see that. But I think they have a good, like, I don't know. They have a good starting point, and I just hope in the last few years that the other games that they've made haven't distracted them from the opportunity that they have here with Internet Cafe Simulator. Because Internet Cafe Simulator, I believe, was one of the first games, I'm not saying the first, but maybe one of the first games that they released. And I believe it had a lot of success. A lot of influencers picked it up. A lot of influencers played. A lot of influencers showed off the game, and I think that brought in a lot of money for these devs, and then they went on to create other games, of course. So, what do we want in the next game? Well, we already know that there's going to be VR, right? We already know there's going to be VR. How cool would it be to have more retro games? Like, we know we have, like, some of these arcade machines, but what if we had more retro games? And it kind of goes back to the whole thing I said earlier, which was, like, Internet Cafe starting to becoming a game lounge cafe more than anything, right? And I'm alright with that. I don't mind with the title being Internet Cafe and then it turning into a game lounge area. I'm not too stressed about that. So let's say if we were to focus on more of gaming stuff, I would like to see more retro games. Like, what if you had, like, the NES, right? Or anything, like any retro games that you could think of. Since there are going to be VR, that means the customers are going to be using handheld. They're going to be using like wands and stuff and putting things on their eyes and heads and things like that. And if the AI, I mean, we know how the AI act in this game. The AI act ridiculous. So if they have the AI working with VR headsets, maybe there is improvement to the AI there. You know, maybe there is. Like I said, this game's a few years old, so they probably have had the feedback come back to them already a lot. You know, and they said, people said, you know, you got to fix this, and maybe they've looked into it, and that's all that we can hope. So VR adds a little bit of complication to the AI, right? The AI has to work with VR. I would like to see retro games, NES, Nintendos, anything like that. What about handheld games? Do you think handheld consoles have room to be in the internet cafe too? I would like to think so. I would like to think so. I think handheld games would be kind of fun to have. I don't know how that works in like game lounges in real life. I don't know if they do handheld games. Like, what if you had like a Nintendo Switch? That'd be kind of cool, right? Or, you know, anything else, like a Game Boy, whatever it might be. That'd be kind of cool to have. Another thing I wish my kind of like wish list is here for the next game is that I hope that they balance, if they are going to have bit mining again, which I can't imagine they wouldn't. They probably will, right? I can't imagine why they wouldn't have it, but if they do have bit mining in this next game, please, please, please make it more balanced. Make it way more balanced. I think, and I've already kind of mentioned this in the last episode, they need to, oh my god, they need to balance out the bit mining. I think it's kind of ridiculous that you can sell, well, Bitcoin, you know, leave the prices where they're at with Bitcoin. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. The fact that this is $680 is like, make it something else. Make it like a giant black market item. Make it, I said 4,000 last episode. Make it more than that. Make it like $20,000 to buy one single bit miner. If you have a bit miner for $20,000, well, it's going to lengthen your gameplay out a lot because you're not going to be buying $20,000 worth of bit mining all the time. And your first couple of bit miners are really going to be invested back into bit mining, you know? You're not going to really invest the money that you get from bit mining from your first bit mining. You're not going to be investing that into your cafe, really. You're going to be probably investing it into more bit mining because, you know, $20,000 is a big deal. I feel like Streamer Life Simulator did kind of do this in a good way. The prices of everything were a little bit different. And I feel like they did it in a decent way. But I honestly think $20,000 for a single one of these is not a bad idea. It'll make people save, it'll make people work, and it will lengthen just your game overall, right? Because as soon as you get this, you've already seen it just now, $100,000. What does $100,000 get me? Well, it gets me anything I really want from the rest of the game here now, right? It really shortens the game a little bit with this bit mining. But, I'm just saying, do that. What else? I would like to see more items be added to the game. I would like to see... there we go. I would like to see more desks, more computers. Like I said, decorative items like pots and plants or something like that. Something that you can add to freshen up your store, or more pictures and whatnot like that. Like, I want to see more items added to the game. More fans, maybe another different kind of AC, maybe a radiator, you know, maybe a weather dynamic system that you have to worry about. Maybe not, maybe so, I don't know, right? You know, just kind of throwing out some ideas here. I would like to see more items into the game. What else? Well, I would like to see a functionality, really, to headsets. Headsets don't have a functionality in this game, and I would like to see it as a functionality in the next game. What if in the next game you were to have a rating system based solely upon, like, the way the cafe looks, like a decoration, like a beauty rating, right? What if you had that going on? I know none of these are on, trust me. I know none of those are on. I'm not worried about turning them on right now. But yeah, what if you had, like, a rating? You had to, like, people would be happy if the place was good looking or bad looking, like they wouldn't come, you know, things like that. That would be cool, you know? Spice it up with some decorations. What else? I think it would be a cool thing to have marketing, right? If you have a hard time, and this kind of goes in with the, kind of fills in with the whole beauty system and all that. But if you had a hard time getting people in because you couldn't afford decorative items, maybe do some, like, I have a marketing type thing where, like, all right, let's have people come in for, you know, do a campaign advertising. I don't need to really go into depth in that, but you understand what I'm saying there. Do something like that. That'd be fun. Maybe more things to do leisurely. Like right now, the only thing that we can do leisurely is go to a club where we can get a freaking lap dance. There's more to do, right? There's more to do. Go to do something else. Do like a Dave and Buster's. Do like a Chuck E. Cheese. I don't know, like an adult size. And this is probably far fetched. Like this is way out of its way. But I'm just throwing, like I said, I'm just saying stuff that I wish I had. Like leisure play. Like you go and you play like some skee ball, or you play a game or something. Somewhere you go and you enjoy your time. I don't know, right? Kind of like, oh, I got to take a break from the office. You know, I'm going to go to a place where I can play a mini game, right? A little tiny mini game or something. I don't know. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different things that we can do within this game. And I feel like they have like a good opportunity to do it. We just got to see what happens. Like this, like the point that we have just this as paintings, it's not enough. It's not enough. I would like to see more, right? I would like to see more. I would like to not see so much, oh God, I don't know. I would like to see more. I think things that they have done in this game already that they can definitely improve on, and that's good for the game already, is temperature, climate control. I think climate control is so fun. I think that's a really fun idea, for sure. I love that you can go through and kind of like, you know, check your temperatures and make sure things are cold, where things are cold, where things are warm. And I feel like it does. The game doesn't explain it, but I feel like the temperature and the climate makes or break whether or not people stay or if they don't stay. You know what I mean? If it's too cold, they won't stay very long. If it's too hot, they won't stay very long. The game doesn't really tell you that, but I believe that's how the system does work. The sales gun, the auction. Bring this more back into play. I love the sales gun. I love the auction. I absolutely love that. Capitalize on that. The pawn shop. Love the pawn shop idea. I think it's a very good idea to kind of start out your business. But that's really all that the pawn shop's really there for, is to really start up your business. I still buy from it even late game, so I think the pawn shop is a very cool idea. Make sure there's a pawn shop in the next game. What else? This. Hopefully the collision on items in AI is fixed to the point where you don't have this, where you don't have people literally touching things and things going crazy. Like the items in this game are just horrid. They break so easily. I don't know why, right? Again, back with the headsets. Headsets may be a requirement for console gamers. I think a headset for a console gamer would be ideal, right? You don't have 4 TVs, actually 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. You don't have 7 TVs playing a console at once in a single room. You just don't. You have headsets. So make a requirement to have headsets. Food. In this game, I love the idea in the beginning. Food. That is a cool idea. However, it does need to be kind of balanced out a bit more. Right now, we have not used the chef. There's no point of the chef. There's no point of food, right? There's no point of this. And one thing that you can't do is you can't fire workers. Why is that, right? Why can you not fire workers? I don't know. You can only have a chef. You can only have a... Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You can't fire them. You can't do anything like that. So that's a little bit, you know, unfortunate, right? Like, what happens if I spam this? If I spam, you know, fake reviews? Does our reviews go up? How well does that do? I haven't really done that. Very pleasant place, very pleasant place, very pleasant place. Like, our ratings go up. The reviews doesn't seem to really matter, though, because people still come regardless, right? It feels that way. Cop information. I mean, routine cops, it would be... it's very easy to evade the cops in this game, right? They send you an email that they're gonna come and raid your place, right? And that makes it extremely easy to capitalize on bit mining. So maybe if there was a different aspect to that, or maybe a different mechanic to that, that'd be cool. I love the puns. I love the parodies. Keep them up. I want to see more parodies. I want to see more puns when it comes to items. I love that, right? I absolutely love that. What else? There's a lot of other things. Like, I want to know, do we get a hotel in the next game, or do we actually get our own house? Do we get to buy a house? Do we get to customize a house? Do we get to make a house our own? Do we get to invest money into our own house? Right? I would love to see that. Don't know if that's a thing, but more personal items, that'd be cool. Like the internet cafe here is cool and all, but the money that I make here, I want to maybe invest it into buying a nice house or buying a nice whatever, right? That'd be neat to see. I would like to think that in the next game, that maybe they'll take things from Streamer Life Simulator and maybe implement it into Internet Cafe Simulator 2. Like, what if you had to drive to your internet cafe? What if you had to drive to your house? Now, that would be really cool. I would dig that. And that might be a thing. That absolutely might be a thing in the next game. I don't know. You know, if they made it a more open world experience where you can drive to your cafe in the morning time, and that would be incredibly cool. Who knows? Right? There's a lot of different things that we can go, obviously. It's you already know. You already know. My achievement unlock is that I just got 2 achievements. One of them says rich. The other one says very rich. I think I have every single achievement in this game now. So thank you for that. I think we've completed the game as best as we can. Right? Look at this. We even have like some of the best, or that was the best PC there. And we have another nice chair here. But like I said, I want to see more. I want to see more items. More things that we can do. And this... I've already spoke upon the trash thing. I think the trash thing is ridiculous. I hate it. I don't like it. The only way I would like the trash is if it had consequences. Like, if it was part of a consequence. Like, you left the door open overnight. That's a consequence. But even if I tried to prevent it, you're still not going to have... it's still going to be trash, right? It's still going to be thrash. So that's a downside. What else? The thieves and the homeless people. It does seem like the bodyguard doesn't do his job 100%. I don't know if that's how it was supposed to be, if that's how it was meant to be. I have no idea. But the fact that your bodyguard doesn't do his job, and that there is thieves still lurking around, and homeless people that still walk in, a little bit of an issue. Now, one thing that I've kind of suggested is, like, what if you were to have a tier system of bodyguards where you can upgrade or have multiple bodyguards? Like, this is the lonely guy that just stands out here and does his job, supposedly. What if we had, like, I don't know, upgrade 1 bodyguard, upgrade 2 bodyguard, or whatever it might be? That would be really cool. But I would like to see the food come into play even more. I do. After all, it'd be cool to have, like, little waitresses, like coffee waitresses, you know what I mean? Like, coffee waitresses, or waiters or waitresses. It doesn't matter which or, but that'd be cool. Like, you make food, or you order food, or like there's like an automatic system. There's an automated system for where people order food, they get food. That would be a nice addition to the game as well. But if, like I said, if they do decide to make Internet Cafe 2 somewhat similar to Streamer Life Simulator, and we get to drive to our cafe, that would be neat. That'd be neat. Like I said, I really enjoyed my time in Streamer Life Simulator. It was just the end game was just a little bit off-putting. That's it. That's it. But yeah, I think you guys know, and I think you guys grasp the concept of what's going on here with Internet Cafe Sim. This is going to be the last episode of Internet Cafe Sim before we go and dive into Internet Cafe Sim 2. We've done everything we can. I mean, we could technically fill it out, but, like, what's the point? I feel like I'm fumbling over my feet just trying to keep computers and desks and line together and all that, but it is what it is. I know that we have this kind of going on here, which is kind of cool, right? Very cool. Only problem is that, like, I could, put what in here? More computers, I guess? Like, really? Is it worth your time as a viewer to watch that process go down all over again? Probably not. And I would like to save your time more than anything. I don't want to waste your time. I would like to save your time. So in that case, I think this is where we're going to end the series. And this is where we're going to end this episode. And let me know down in the comment section below. Let me know your wish list. I would love to hear your guys' feedback on whether or not what you want to see in the next upcoming game, and whether or not we will get that in the next upcoming game. So yeah, it's been a pleasure and honor being with you guys here today. Like I said, look at that. Like I said, you definitely should, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so that you know exactly when we will go live this Friday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for Internet Cafe Simulator 2. If you hit this bell button and you're like, oh my god, it doesn't work, there's another safe proof I have built into the system here. Join the Discord. Join the Discord, go to the notification squad tab, hit the bell button, and Discord will send you a notification when we go live as well. So there's 2 methods of being notified when we go live on Friday. YouTube notification bell, Discord notification bell. Check those out, and I will see you guys in the next video, wherever that may be. And do as always, take care.